Hi, everyone. I'm Dana Ponsky, your guide to college, and this is Being Jewish in College's video series, Kibbutz in 10 Minutes. Today, you're going to get 10 minutes of valuable information from Amy Epstein, the Jewish Life Coordinator and Hillel Director at High Point University in High Point, North Carolina. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining us today.
Hi, thank you, Dana, for having me.
You're welcome. So to kick off, my first question always is, what is the name of the Jewish Center on campus?
Sure. So we have the Office of Jewish Life, and then we have High Point University, Hillel.
Wonderful. How many Jewish students are on campus? And in particular, what might be the breakdown amongst secular Jews and Reform, Conservative, Orthodox, Humanist, Reconstructionist, or any other title our very diverse group of people are?
Absolutely. Absolutely. This year, we're going to have over 225 self-identified Jewish students on campus. There's been an incredible growth over the last several years. And most of our students are secular. We have definitely have a group that have a Reform upbringing and a handful of conservative, but I would say that the majority of our students are secular.
Okay. Are there kosher food options available to students on campus? And if so, what are they?
Sure. So we don't have a kosher kitchen. We do have the opportunity to special order if somebody wanted kosher meat. We had an international student from Australia. We needed to get her kosher food, but we do have Passover friendly matzah and Passover food and style food all during the week of Passover.
Awesome. So in terms of Shabbat, are there weekly Shabbat services or gatherings for students?
Sure. So we have Shabbat dinner almost every Friday night. And I say almost every Friday because, there's fall break and you lose two and Thanksgiving. So we have almost every Friday. And this coming fall, our students have asked to do like a secular service before dinner. So that will be something new this fall.
Oh, wonderful. So kind of bouncing off of the Shabbat thing, what is the most popular or well-attended program that you put on your campus each year?
Sure. So our Shabbat numbers have grown over the last 4 years. So I would say Shabbat's definitely where we get the most people, but Hanukkah is always something the students look forward to because we have a learning lab and a fine dining restaurant here on campus called the 1924 Prime Steakhouse. And we work with them and have a special menu for Hanukkah, and the students always look forward to it. And as a matter of fact, last year, the president joined us for candle lighting one night, and that was also probably one of the best attended events that we had.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so in terms of shifting a little bit to the academic side, are there any Jewish studies majors or minors on campus, or are there Hebrew language courses that students are able to take if they are so interested?
Sure. So we do have we have a Jewish studies minor here at High Point.
Okay. Now shifting even more again, and this more has to do with like the political or social justice climate on campus. But can you talk about if there are any issues facing students in terms of the BDS movement, or anti-Semitism or anti-Zionism, anti-Israel, anything anti at this point. But how does the university kind of handle those situations if they come up, if anything, and how have the students been able to be supported?
So we are really fortunate, and it's something I'm very proud of, that on this campus, we do not have a BDS movement. We don't have anti-Zionism. We haven't had anti-Semitism of what you're seeing in a lot of other places. Sometimes somebody will make a comment, and it's much more of ignorance or naivety than it is about an anti-Semitic incident. So we've been very fortunate, but we're not completely naive of what's going on in the communities.
Okay. So thinking about challenges, because everyone has them, what challenges, if any, might a Jewish student face on your campus coming as maybe a first-year student or as a transfer student?
Sure. So it probably goes on the tail end of what we just talked about, is that you have students who have never met a Jewish person. Right. And maybe they haven't had any Jewish or Holocaust educations in their schools. So they just don't know. And then they may make a comment, and it's just doing that educating. And I don't know that our students are all prepared to answer that. And so it's something that we talk about, and that we have a good protocols in place for like care reports that can get the right people involved. But they know that I'm here. The parents love that I'm here, because there's there's the other challenges. I'm sending my child to school in the South. How's that going to be if they're coming from an area, the New York area, Chicago area, where it's such a large Jewish population, and they've never had that, where in the classroom they're the only one, or somebody may not know what Rosh Hashanah is. So we're educating all the time.
Okay, awesome. Great. What's one interesting piece of information about High Point that you would want people to know?
So I would say that our campus, we're a 100-year-old campus, and we've been redefined in the last 20 years. There's been a ton of construction, new programs, new colleges, new grad school programs, and everything has been done with intentionality. And so when you come here and you see these beautiful buildings and fountains galore, and it is a different physical space, but I think the warmth that's shown between the faculty and staff with the students is an incredible experience. It makes me really proud to be part of it.
Wonderful. And we're actually already at my final question, but what do you love most about leading the Jewish community at High Point?
I love the students and the family that we've all created. So I went to a big university. My friends were my age. I didn't know people really that were in other classes. And what I love here is that these students, they look out for each other. Somebody will be sitting in the student center and they'll put in a group chat, hey, I'm sitting here studying or hanging out, come join me. And when I'm not on campus and I see that happening and people are coming and that they're getting together, it warms my heart. And so we've really built a nice family here, and I hope it will just continue.
Wonderful. So those are the 10 questions. Thank you very,
Excellent.
very much for helping us put this together. For those watching or listening, we are going to have the information for how to reach out to High Point's Jewish Life community. We'll have that available on our YouTube channel. And so you can go ahead and reach out to Amy whenever you need to. But thank you again, Amy, for participating. This has been really great. And thank you so much for joining us. Thanks so much, Dana. I really appreciate that you included High Point in your kibbutz on the campus. Kibbutz in 10 minutes. Kibbutz in 10 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone.